Mystery boxes used to be the highest pinnacle in the disc golf season. There was nothing bigger, and after the last couple of years, it has been a total night and day shift where everyone hates them, they find them horrible quality. But now that the disc golf manufacturers have a lot more inventory because they're not selling nearly as much, these mystery boxes are finally becoming a great value. Let's get into what makes these mystery boxes finally worth it and the history that led up to this moment. And at the end of this video, I'll be doing a full round with the GYROpalooza box, and I'll be giving away one disc per stroke I go under par. So stay tuned to the end of the video because it's truly one of the craziest rounds of my entire life.
I can't see anything.
It's very ridiculous. Buckets
Under the basket. And we do it. Can we capture greatness?
So with that, let's get into it.
No way.
Oh my God! What?
So as far as I can tell, the very first mystery box was from Discmania in 2012, with the first release being only in Finland. And according to Discmania, which you can't always trust, but according to them, the popularity was there from the start. The demand for randomized plastic grew year over year. And then finally in 2016, they grew it up to be an international affair, which of course led to one of the most hype skip aces I've ever seen from Eagle and Simon. But ever since that moment, there's been a steep decline in desire for mystery boxes, especially from Discmania, with countless people saying, I don't want random junk, I want a very specific disc, and I don't want to pay a lot of money for discs that I'll never use. And despite that sentiment, Discmania was pumping out mystery boxes again and again for basically every single driver release that they had. And so while I do not have the numbers, it seems very evident, especially with the current mystery box that only has about 3.5 stars and clearly has some inventory because they did not sell out. And so despite Discmania having by far the biggest name in the sport, Gannon Buhr, and in addition to that, having Niklas, Gavin Babcock, Ella Hansen, a lot of big name pros, that still does not seem to be enough to drive sales to this mystery box. A little bit ironic, but I am selling my own mystery box. Every single box is at least 25% discounted, and I'm definitely not scamming you. All these discs are just that I would like to have, but I do run a business and I want to support my family. So if you want to grab something for you or a present for someone else, go to wildrunsdiscgolf.com and check out my mystery box as well as some other great deals. But I did mention in the intro that these mystery boxes are rising up in popularity. And so while I do think that is a very true statement, it seems to be much more of a locally based trend. And by that, I mean, if you like a certain company, they'll probably have great mystery boxes because you like the brand, you like the plastic. And then of course, if you're infinite, you can sell literally anything. So those mystery boxes are fun just to try random stuff. But in general, literally general discs do not have an appeal to the majority of the market, which is why there's been a bit of a backlash to the foundation mystery box because they do offer a wide variety, but it's not necessarily the variety that you want. But the real value that I see in disc golf mystery boxes is getting plastic that you love and molds that you don't know, which is very evident for anybody making mystery boxes for MVP. DFX Discs is an online retailer, and their MVP mystery boxes sold out at over $100. And while their site filtering is bananas, they clearly offer unique stamps and a lot of variety. And so that leads us to the GYROpalooza box, which in general has always been the highest value that you get for any kind of mystery box because they obviously have great plastic, everyone loves them, but they do offer so many different molds that I bet you probably not tried everything out, and they do have some new releases.
The MVP GYROpalooza box, $10 a disc, a little bit more. That's probably going to be the best value you see in any box.
So it's truly one of those mystery boxes where there is no way to get a bad box. And like this Redditor said, the GYROpalooza box is a good deal every year, stating that it's basically a guarantee that 4 more discs in this box will make the bag for just over $100. And then of course, if you just scroll a little bit lower, we have somebody saying mystery boxes are garbage, but it really seems to me like if you're promised high quality plastic, you really cannot go wrong. And while this next set is not exactly a mystery box, I do believe it is where the trend is going. It is a build your own set. Literally just pick any disc out of like this set of 30 and you are guaranteed to get 30% off. And to me, that and high quality plastic companies are the real future of mystery boxes. Because yes, mystery boxes do offer the potential to have a totally new disc in your lineup that you've never even heard about, but in general, people have gotten burned so many times that it is very hard to trust that. So you are much more likely to find a mystery box with brands that you trust. And I remember so many people talking about the calculations they would have to do in 2020 to determine if these mystery boxes were worth it, trying to calculate what kind of value you get per disc. But to me, that's kind of the wrong way of looking at it. Yes, you could get a good discount on every disc, but if you don't ever throw it, it's not really worth it. Like imagine you get a 2015 Sexton Firebird and you just don't like Firebirds. With the exception of selling it online, there really is no value to you if you don't enjoy the disc. And so I think the days of total mystery in your mystery box have gone away, because especially for the GYROpalooza box, they give you 3 guaranteed discs along with 2 R2 neutrons, which to me are high quality plastic, and then they round it out with 6 lab seconds. So of course, those 6 are probably ones that you won't use that often, but they might be. And then Discmania is kind of doing the same thing here. With a guaranteed selection of what you're going to get, there really is becoming less and less variability, so you do kind of know what you're paying for. Now, will you actually ever use these discs? Who's to say? And while my only Discmania mystery box was the Tilt in I think 2020, to me I thought I didn't really use any of those discs, but looking back on it, I actually did. It was a great value. I had a lot of fun throwing those starting out. Even if a few of those discs were discs that I basically never used after the first couple of rounds, I still think it was fun, especially starting out in disc golf. And so that leads us to what is the economics of a mystery box. It may seem pretty self-evident, but just to break it down, in general, there is a couple of discs that they're trying to promote heavily, whether that be a premium line from Discmania, a Salmon line series of discs from MVP, but of course you're going to get your fair share of base plastic discs that you may not throw all that often. And so in general, if they can get like 3 or 4 discs that will total up to be like $75 MSRP, and then the rest of like these 6 or 7 just be like baseline plastic or premium misprints, all these amount to discs that they really cannot sell all that often. So bundling all these discs that don't sell as well is a great way to get rid of your inventory, because especially for companies nowadays, the economics to hold all these discs in your inventory is expensive. You're trying to reinvigorate your sales for the next quarter, so all these 2024 discs are not going to sell in the same amount that they would in the following season. And you may be thinking, if they're dumping their inventory, that's probably not a good sign for a high quality box, but in general, I think nowadays there has been far too much bad press, so they really don't want to mess with baseline plastic too often, because it will often come off as cheap, a waste of the customer's money, and a little bit predatory. But I think I'll wrap it up before we get to the round with this comment that I just totally agree with. First off, it sort of comes down to preference and risk and reward. If you like MVP Axiom, get that one. Personally, I have had good experience with MVP, Discmania, and Prodigy. They offer good value, typically 1 or more special releases and a number of premium discs. This year, I'm definitely getting the MVP. I enjoy their slow discs and can probably get use out of all the known discs in the box. I was not looking for something in particular, I was just looking to mix things up. So the mystery box was a fun way to get started. A number of discs have made my bag this way, and a number of discs that didn't gave me valuable reference points and insight. Is this the most affordable way to build your bag? Definitely not, but that's not really the point. To me, it brings variation to the off-season. For field work, it really makes little to no difference what I'm throwing, so why not get some inspiration? And of course, in general, that's kind of exactly where I'm at. And so, in conclusion, I do think MVP is the dominant force for mystery boxes. They clearly have high quality plastic that people want, with a lot of mystery boxes being sold out everywhere. And so in general, the future of mystery boxes to me is getting discs that you trust at a reasonable price without a bunch of discs that feel like DX garbage. And so with that, let's get into my GYROpalooza box round, where if I do go under par, I will give away 1 disc per stroke I'm under par. All you have to do is be subscribed and comment what disc you want.
All right, it's finally time. Let's see what we got in here. Obviously, we know pretty much what we're getting. We got a Neutron Balance, Simon's new mid-range, Eclipse Vanish, Eclipse Parachute, 2 random neutron discs, and 6 lab seconds. I really cannot believe the value in here. You actually get better value at the brick and mortar edition, but I don't have a brick and mortar store, so this is what we got. It's a little cold, a little rainy, a little windy, so the conditions aren't great, but let's see what we got. And oh boy, look at all that wonderful plastic. This is so many discs. Honestly, they could probably charge a lot more than they're doing. But great value, love it. This is the Parachute. Feels very deep, also very lightweight, so I think it'll probably fly pretty far for like sort of putter, sort of mid-range. This is the Tempo. So cool. I do not know when MVP decided to be just like the best at making discs. 169 grams. I'm really excited to throw this. This is like freaking Christmas for me. All right, next up, the Detour. Obviously one of the best mid-ranges around. If you want to grab a cheaper one with no stamp, go to my site, it's really good. This is 178 grams. This is much heavier than the ones I have, but it feels very premium. 2021 James Conrad disc. Man, there's so many. All right, our first lab second. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say it's another Detour. It feels very flat. This is a Lift. I've heard a lot about this, never thrown it. Oh, next up, a Defy. I also have some of my stores. If you want to grab one, go there. I love this disc. It has a lot of turn and it can skip really far, very similar to the time-lapse with the very narrow rim. All right, next up we have an Uplink Lab Second. Never thrown them. I think it's very similar to the Detour, a little bit less deep on the rim. Then we have a Lab Second Crave, classic driver, can't really go wrong with it. Next up, a Lab Second Wave. I don't think I've ever thrown this, but this also feels very similar to a time lapse. I'm probably gonna have a lot of turn. And then this is what I believe to be the Vanish. It feels really, really good. Probably a little bit more overstable than any other mid-range in the line. This is a Simon line disc. So I think it's probably completing his whole setup. Sorry, scratch that. This is the Vanish. Gotta love that stamp. Really, really cool. With that, let's start our challenge. All right, this is like an unofficial hole 19 we're gonna start on because there's people playing on hole 1. Par 3, probably 350. Oh yeah, really good angle, really good flight. Let's go. Wild Runs is somewhat decent at disc golf sometimes. Let's give the parachute a try. First try with that putter. So far I like it. Oh, skip past it. Oh, friendly roll. We just get pars throughout this entire round. I'll be okay with that. First putt of the day. Love that putter. Pars through 2. All right, this is that R2 shot. Tempo, forehand approach, 220. We need big skips.
Oh my God.
They're losing their minds. Can I get something good? Oh, good tree direction. Pretty meh, but meh, totally fine with me. Okay, we got this. Okay, well that was pitiful. Okay, rain is already started. Fun times. Well, that was a bummer. Easy par look, I choke. So that puts us 1 over already. That puts us at least at 1 mile. All right, definitely birdieable next hole, 209. All right, we're gonna go turn over crave, see if that leads us to victory. Bounce off the tree. Oh, we're going from like a half knee. Oh. So with that, we're 1 over through 5. All right, we're gonna go driver, see if we can get there. Get through. Come on. 1 over, hole 5, 220. Just gotta make it through the gap. Triple Mando. Shouldn't be that hard, but it always is. Big skips, big skips. Okay, pretty good. We need this, you need a disc. I need to make this, make my family proud. Oh, fully committed. Damn, it's like the worst when you can tell your shot is good. It's just had a little too far left or right. Birdies are not happening right now, but I feel like they will. The Vanish, going with the Vanish. I believe it is stable enough to give me a huge skip to the left, which is exactly what we need. Hopefully you can see this disc. There's actually not even enough fairway to skip, so we're going straight hyzer. Okay, that shot was kind of pitiful, but we got enough of the fairway that I should be able to just flick up. All right, gonna try out the new GYROpalooza disc. All right, I think this is the balance. It's a nice sweeping hyzer. Okay, we're getting some rain. Might have to take 5 for a bit. Let's go balance again, hard, left to right, only 180. Just gotta get it past the trees on the right. Oh, get through, get through. Oh, I love the height you can get with that disc, but it just drops pretty quickly. Oh, getting good second bids. All right, this hole is probably terribly impossible to see, but you just gotta go around those bushes on the right side, skip up forehand, skip ace, maybe, we'll see. Go on defy. That looks pretty good, just a little deep. Yep, Vanish, see if we can get there. I think that's like within 10 feet. This would be a sweet one to get. I feel like Simon and Eagle putt, rocking the MVP disc. We can do MVP things. Oh, not bad. All right, +1. I'm totally fine with that, you know? These aren't the best shots, but not being the worst shots, it's kind of where I'm at with this kind of challenge. Because if I run 10 miles I would crumble right now. All right, we're gonna grip and rip it on a couple discs, but my real shot is going to be the wave. Really liking the flight out of the hand, and it has definitely some understability, which I could really use right now. I'll come back. I really like the flight, but just did not ever come back, which I did say I wanted. And we got the vanish to end it out. Let's give it a lot of Anheuser, see if we can get distance. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a proper flight. Finally threw a good shot on hole 9, goodness. Yeah, I don't know if you can truly tell, but there's definitely some timidness to my throws right now. I really don't like. I like to throw with a decent amount of confidence. I wanna throw like every shot has the potential to have a good flight. I feel like right now I'm just not there. These are obviously new discs. I wanna throw like I am actually playing disc golf and not just kind of playing, try not to choke disc golf, which is a very fine line, but hopefully we can get there this off season, especially with minimal free time with baby coming in just a few months. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, helping my journey continue. And if you truly don't like videos of me throwing, let me know, because this is a lot more effort than a normal video. So I would appreciate some feedback, but all right, let's try to hit this birdie. All right, balance, skip up there. Well, that was robbery. A little branch stole my skip. That could literally mean another mile just for a stupid branch. We're doing flips. We're doing flips on it, boy. Man, that was, I released from like right here, which I guess some people do well. That was not the putt I was intending. Yeah, it just hides. There's a little bit too much when I go low, but it worked, so I'm not complaining. We have a bomber hole. Gotta get some distance. 350, creek on the right. Oh. I was pointed straight when I need to be pointed angled to the right. Really just do not want to go in that creek. Hit a tree, hit a tree. Once I throw this in, we're gonna be at 2 miles, which is probably fine. I just really don't want to run right now. Oh, no, but it was a good bid. Puts us at 2 over, 2 miles, literally behind a creek right now. So abbreviated run up, abbreviated camera angle, but you gotta go through that tree line, through the gap, 206. I'll get through. Just have to go around the trees, and it's like 10 feet behind there. Get through, get through. Okay, I think that's parked. Not the line I intended though. Man, I love the feel of that putter. Just comes out right off the hand, exactly how I like it. All right, 189, straight shot. I'll hit something early. Might have a 20-footer. All right, if I make this, I'm gonna be at 1 over. Definitely like the sound of that. Let's go. So we definitely have potential to give away some discs. I didn't know if it was possible, but I see the path. 193, hole 13, it's starting to rain. Gonna have to play a little faster just as I was getting momentum. But, all right, throw in a mid. See if we can just get enough distance to get up there. Too short to left, but fine, we'll take it. And it's raining. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, it's not looking good for me. Save the camera. Rain cleared, oh. That's a putt. If you're wondering how ridiculous my setup is right now, it's very ridiculous, but it works. Let's go. Puts me at even. Pouring down. Not great conditions, but we can just survive a little longer. I think we can do it. I'm starting to feel like an old-timey camera operator, but does the job. All right, hole 15. We're gonna go skip with the Defy. Try to give it a lot of Anheuser and try to throw it before my finger gets super wet. Oh, come on, get through, get through. Wasn't a super clean shot, but it was good enough to be up there. Oh boy, stay strong, camera, you can do it. This is so jank, but I love it. If you're still watching, comment down below. Sony is the GOAT. People won't understand because they probably won't watch the entire video, but my Sony camera is Keeping up well. Oh, we got more rain. Lovely, lovely. All right, tempo, straddle putt in the rain. I have thorns in my pants. Oh boy, let's finish it out. I'm Calvin at USDGC. Buckets, straight f***ing buckets. That is 1 under. It's chaos. I have thorns on my leg, but we're 1 under. I can't even see with my glasses. It's pouring. Under the basket. I can't see anything. This disc is covered in water. I have mud all over me from the throw, but we just got a birdie. It's janky. Towel over my camera. Everything's wet. I'm falling to pieces, but chaos is the best part of disc golf. Got to channel my inner Calvin again, even though he didn't win USGC. He gave it a good run, and I've always been about wild runs. Can we do it? Can we capture greatness? Oh, good rips. Wild runs does not give up. Oh my goodness. Legendary run. I think that's on the basket. I think that's f***ing under the basket. Oh my goodness. Make sure you're recording, please. All right, I really don't want to get my camera wet some more. So, let's go. That puts me at like 3 under. Back half, legend. Didn't know I had it in me. 1 hole to go. All right, last throw, had to be the Vanish, GYROpalooza stamp. Can I go 4 under, give away 4 discs? I don't know if you can tell. I can't see right now. This is chaotic. It's pouring. Camera gear might be ruined, but we will live on to get a bird. Come on. Oh, good rips, skip up, skip up. I almost thought it was gonna be a skip ace. I think that's close to the basket. That's all I can hope for. We might have gotten like 5 under on the back 9. I've literally only gotten like 3 over at my best, and it's pouring down. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was definitely a little overzealous on that shot, but obviously gotta have thorns in the way, because why not? I'm just gonna pitch up. Okay, with that, I think that's 4 under, 4 discs to give away from this box. Make sure you're subscribed. All you have to do is be subscribed and comment down below, and you'll be entered to win one of these discs for free. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Wild Runs, signing out. Peace. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna ruin my camera over this. Seriously, look at my windscreen. It's covered in water and nothing's broken. I don't understand.